Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. You know, in this life you can have a lot of scars and you're going to go through a whole lot of shit. And pretty much those scars, when you overcome them and when you go through that fire and you overcome that, those scars are a badge of honor that you have, because you have leveled up in the spirit and you have a certain mindset that people can't see. When people see you, they only see the outer man. They don't see the inner man, the inner strength that you have. And people don't understand where you come from because they never went through the experiences that you went through. So that's why people, you know, especially in this truth, the real man of the Lord are going to be a stumbling block to the carnal man out there, because men make premature decisions based off what their eyes can see and based off what the masses of men may say, not really looking into the spirit and not really recognizing where the spirit is coming from. This is why the real man of the Lord are going to be a stumbling block to the carnal man out there, because our spirits are not like everybody else. You know, the spirit that you have, the spirit that the Lord gave you, you're not like everybody else, and this is why you can't dwell with everybody else, because you see the real from the fake. You recognize the real from the fake. See, I'm at a point now where if I see that fake shit, I'm gonna call you out on it. Because you went through some shit in the world and you see how Jake is, and you see the same bullshit that Jake is doing in his truth, and it's fucking upsetting. To the point where you want to do something to Jake, but you understand that the Lord puts a certain spirit upon you to be able to recognize that. Recognize the real from the fake. Because you went through the trials and tribulations. You know what it is. You know how to handle things and what not to do. And this is why you can't be around certain men, because not all men have the Holy Spirit. This is what you got to recognize. And that comes with a certain level of the spirit that you got to be in. The Lord has to increase you in the spirit for you to see that, because not all men see that. Many men in this truth think it's all about being in a group, having a clique, when the majority of men that are in the groups are really in the spirit of Satan. Being lukewarm, not doing the work, that's the spirit of Satan. Because Satan always tries to hinder the real man of the Lord from doing the work. So if you're not doing the work, then you're a vessel that Satan is dwelling in. And pretty much, the Spirit of the Lord has gotten certain men in that mindset in these last days so they can just push the truth. And when they see BS, they'll jump on that shit and they'll call it out, man. See, we're not out here trying to be politically correct. The Lord's not looking for some politically correct Israelites. He's looking for the men that are going to teach us truth, that are going to be in this truth with their whole heart, not playing around with the Lord's word. And the Lord's going to put his men through certain things for them to come to that and to recognize that. Because when you first come in this truth, you're like a damn baby, man. You're premature. You don't see everything like it is. But through time, through experience, which it comes through tears, it comes through pain, you grow. And so the scars that you have, those scars are your inner strength. Those scars is what keeps you pushing, and it's a good thing. See, you have to rejoice when you have those scars, because you have those inner strength. You have those traits that not everybody has, and men hate you for that, because men haven't gone through certain things that you went through, and you can't expect men to understand you sometimes, because men just won't. This is why you build your personal relationship with the Lord, because the Lord understands you. The Lord understands your heart. And if you have a sincere heart in this thing, you just want to teach, and you got some damn nigga in the world, or carnal ass nigga that want to judge you, the Lord's going to put that man to death. Because if you're in this truth just to teach, and you have people coming up against you, which man don't understand that. Man don't understand the Spirit of the Lord that's working with his true man to put them on that path to just teach. But man is so damn fucking carnal. They only see the temporal things. You know, you can go against a man of the Lord and you think, okay, you got him out the way. But that ain't the end of it. Because that spirit that's in that man is going to continue to have him push the word no matter what. So our inner strength is what keeps us going. Nobody can see your inner strength. Nobody can see the passion that you have. Why you get up each morning. Why you're constantly doing these videos. Nobody can see that, man. This is why you build your personal relationship with the Lord. It's not about man. Because men don't appreciate the knowledge and wisdom that you have. Men only appreciate you when they see what you can do for them. Men only appreciate you when you're on a higher level than them. But they're really trying to covet what you have. So for all the sincere ones out there, and you guys that are pushing the truth, much respect to you guys, man. That are in the true spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. May the Lord bless you, and may the election of salvation fall upon your house. But for many of you guys that are out there that are not set up by the Spirit of the Lord, that you know damn well that you don't belong in this truth, that you really belong in the damn world, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. And right now what the Lord's doing, he's using this true man to pinpoint you. See that you got that mark on you, man. You can't escape the Lord. That mark is on you. Right now it's verbal, but that physical judgment is going to happen, man. And you guys are going to be least expecting it. And this is the mindset that the Lord's going to have his true man in. This is why we dwell alone. We can't be around many gods, man. The spirit that you have, if you have the Spirit of the Lord, men that are not in the Spirit, men that are carnal, which we have about 90% of that. Many Israelites that wake up to this truth, you gotta understand, are just here for entertainment. Here to be entertained. Just to get their daily laugh. Just to say, ha ha, he, look at what he's doing. Look at them guys out there on the highways and byways. Because these guys are carnal. They don't see the spiritual aspect of these things. But I say all that to say this. Many of our people will be destroyed. And that inner strength that you have, the scars that you have, you use that and you keep building upon that, man. Because real recognize real. Jake says that in the world. But the spirit recognizes the spirit of a man. Whether he has the true Spirit of the Lord. This is Mark chapter 1 and verse 22. And they were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one that had authority and not as the scribes. The Israelites were astonished at Yahweh because he taught not as the scribes and Pharisees, but as one that had authority. Because Yahweh didn't put up with no BS. Yahweh taught the word as it was. Yahweh would be ashamed if he was on the earth today. You see how you guys were handling the word, the gospel, man. Because many of you are more in tune with the current world. More in tune with your jobs and shit like that, man. But when it comes to the world, when it comes to the word, you guys are nowhere to be found. Oh, I'll do it when I have time to do it. Or I'll put it off until next week. You know? Man, see, men are in that mentality to stay in Babylon. And this is why the Lord has a special judgment for you guys, man. And you guys that get offended at what we say, hey man, fuck you. We don't got time for no damn games, man. Men are saying that men are not in the spirit. Men are saying that men are not pushing the word. In these camps. I don't give a crap what acronym that you have in your name. GMS, ISUPK, IUIC. Now we know that the elders and apostles have the full truth. They were set up through the Spirit. But not everybody that has GMS on their names or them different acronyms, that doesn't mean that they're of the elect. You try the Spirit by the Spirit. And if men are not pushing these last days, men are just going along just to get along, what does that say about them? That they're in the Spirit to not even do the work. They're lukewarm. And the Lord's going to spew a lot of man out of his mouth, man. This is why we got to get the fuck up out of here. For reals, man. We're sick of you guys that are just playing around with the Lord's work. We're sick of, man, just going with the motions. We're sick of men not doing the work. But we understand why. This is all according to prophecy, and those men are going to be judged. But this is vexing, though. Are we just supposed to turn a blind eye to that? A blind eye and not say anything? This is the spirit that a lot of you guys are in. You're supposed to kick a man out of the camp if he's not doing the work. At this very hour, at this fourth quarter, if a man's not doing the work, if he calls himself a prophet, I'm talking about men that have been in this truth for 1 to 10 years to 20 years. If a man's not doing the work, you get the hell away from that dude, man. If you see a dude is wavering in these last days, you know, then you talk to him. What's going on with you, man? If you just see that he just doesn't want to do it, because dudes are losing that passion for the truth. But they stick around because they have a man that they know that's in their camp. They stick around because, you know, just to look cool. And the Spirit is spiritually sifting the house of Israel right now. The true man, he's getting away from all that wickedness, man. And you true men that are in these camps, that you know that something's off with a certain dude. The Spirit's telling you. You got to come out of that, man. You have to have the inner strength to come out of that. And the only way that you're going to do that is if the Lord's with you. This is why the true men are an offense to the carnal men out there. Because we come in that spirit of keeping it raw. We don't give a damn what you think, man. It's all about doing the will of our Heavenly Father, nothing else. And if you're not in that spirit, we can't be around you, because your ass is going to be cussed out. If we were to see a lot of you dudes right now that are faking the funk, your ass will be rebuked sharply and cussed out. Because you know damn well you don't belong in this truth, man. And it's only a matter of time before the Lord destroys you. So your scars give you that inner strength that nobody else can see. That give you that inner strength, that drive to keep pushing, man. Because we know what it is, man. We know the end of Babylon. We see everything, man. The Lord has put his real men on a certain level to see everything, man. That some man won't see. That some men just ignore. They refuse to see. But we see it. And we're going to bring it out. No matter how many wicked niggas out there don't like what we say. So pretty much with that was just a spiritual rant through the Spirit. I pray whoever watched this is edified, giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.